Let's get into it. So I'm answering the question, Nyaki, I have beep amount and I want to start investing. That beep amount could be anything between 100 Rand to 10 million Rand. Okay, I'm not going to teach you how to invest 10 million Rand, but let's imagine it's 100,000 Rand. So 10 Rand to 100,000 Rand. Where should I put my first investment? If you don't know me, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Nyaki. I teach you how to make money, but also how to make money babies on the internet. I want to do one because this is one that I get oh my gosh, I get this question a lot on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do like me. I like you. I'm fun there. Lots of fun, more fun than I am here. So how do you start investing? So firstly, you have to kind of understand two things. Firstly, don't take this as financial advice because that is a crazy move. You don't know me. You don't know me. Don't listen to people on the internet about these things, but like listen, but like not listen, right? In that, do your research. So like everything that I have said is not financial advice. This is basically how I have done it based on the research that I have done. And so if this is forming part of your research, then great. But do not use my voice on the internet on a little screen as the only source of reference for your financial advice. With that disclaimer being said, if I had 10,000 Rand, 100,000 Rand, even a million Rand, where would I start my investment journey? So, firstly, let's start with what investing is. So investing is just owning a part of the stock market. Actually, if you are here at the what is investing, maybe find another video that's going to teach you like exactly what investing is. But the quick rundown is investing is about buying parts of companies that you know, love, and trust. And one of the places that you should start at when you are investing is find companies that you know, love, and trust. It's really easy to like go with the hype and be like, ooh, this company, but like if it's not in a company that you inherently know what they're about, or even are a product, a customers of them, like do double research. By that I mean, if you are a Woolworths customer, start your research on Woolworths, right? That's not my financial advice. My financial advice here is do the research, right? Think of companies that's your starting block. Think of companies that you know, like, and trust. Just because in 20 years time, when Nyaki's no longer around, you need to stand by the decisions that you've made regarding your finances. Like nobody's going to be like, oh, you made the decision. So do your research, independent research about companies that you are familiar with. It's really difficult to invest in something that you've never heard of this thing and you're going to put your money in it. How, fam? What? No. Scammy. So do your research. Okay, so now that you've done your research, what is like a good way to kind of like, build a starting block portfolio? That is the easiest answer. And this is an answer that if you don't hear this from any person, they're like trying to scam you. And that's an ETF, right? ETFs are exchange traded funds, and they're basically bundles of different shares that have been structured by the experts based on their historical performance so that you can buy a piece of each of these companies. My dad does a really good video explaining that, and I'll link it here below, and he does a whole bunch of the other ways that you can invest. But like an ETF is probably and should be your first initial investment. I mean, you could have 10 million Rands worth of an ETF, of a single ETF, or, a couple of ETFs and be fine. Like you do not need more diversification outside of a couple of ETFs. So ETFs, we know that they're a bundle of companies, and there have been ETFs that are known to perform. They have performed for the past 40 years. And so, you putting in your 100,000 Rand is definitely not going to make the trip it and, collapse it. The only thing, though, is that they are a long-term investment strategy. ETFs are not something that you put money in now and in 3 months' time or in 5 years' time, maybe 5 years, in 3 months' time or in a year's time, you're going to have doubled your money. That, it doesn't work like that. That's not how investing works. If it did, a lot of us would be richer than we really are. If you could double your money, why wouldn't everybody just invest? So no, you're not going to get 100% return by 5 years or 3 years or even a couple of months, but what you will do is you will see returns over a long period of time, and you will see high returns over a long period of time. So ETFs form part of your investing for the future, where you want your money to grow above inflation. So the one that I recommend everybody to get, and this is based on the financial guru himself, Warren Buffett, is the S&P 500. 500 of America's top performing companies in one share. You can't lose, right? It's really not you could no. I mean, no. America will recover. So the max that the S&P 500 has done the max on easy equities only goes up to 2017. But in 2017, the S&P 500 was 30 Rand and 83 cents. Today, the S&P 500 is 81 Rand 90 cents. That's 165% increase, which is more than double your money. But that's been 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 6 years. So in 6 years, if you got the S&P 500, you would have doubled your money. No, doubled and some, actually. Almost doubled and a half your money. That's the S&P 500. Similarly with others like the Euro Stocks 50. You can do your research on that one. But also, in 2017, it was at 54 Rand 25 cents, and it is now at 79 Rand. It's actually dropped. Its peak was at 93 Rand, and that was like an astronomical growth. But we are now sitting at 48% in the same 6 years. So S&P 500 seemingly outweighing the Euro stacks. I would do this research, S&P 500 ETFs. One that I invest in quite a bit is the S&P. So invest S&P 500 infotech, which is just the technology companies in South Africa, in America. And same thing for them. In 2018, it was 5 Rand. It is now 19 Rand. That is a 293% increase. So literally the graph is just sitting like just uppity. But it's a long term thing. So like in 6 years, 7 years, 8 years kind of thing. If you look at the S&P 500 infotech or the S&P 500 stock, you will see some dips. You will see a lot of dips. But overall, you will see a gradual growth. And that's the whole part about long-term investment, is that the psychology behind it says we're putting my money in regardless of what the market looks like right now, because I know and I believe and I know that this is we're going to ride it out, right? And so when catastrophic things happen in the world, the economy takes a dip, but we're human beings, right? We will recover. It can take a really long time, but best believe that if you are taking advantage of the top 500 companies in the American stock market, you're gonna see your returns. And so that is my stock pick of the century has always and will always be the S&P 500, especially if you want to diversify your portfolio and work, get stocks overseas, or, use the, benefit from, the American dream. That's where I would start. But obviously, not everybody has that time, and not everybody has that appetite for risk, and not everybody wants to invest in America or in American money. I don't know why, but that would be my recommendation. If you've got 100,000 Rand, or you've got 500,000 Rand, or even your first million Rand, I would look at your ETFs, starting with the S&P 500 or S&P 500 infotech. infotech, but others, right? So you can look at other ETFs. Those are just my two personal favorite recommendations. But something like the NASDAQ 100, which is, I will stand under correction, but it is something. I have that one. I just can't remember what it is. Also, it didn't do very well for a long time. But because I know that it is going to recover, I will continue to invest in it. So how would you go about investing? Obviously, you would open up a Easy Equities account. If you use the link in my referral, link, you will get a 50 Rand once you've signed up, and I will get a 50 Rand because I referred you. And the process in itself is quite easy. You just sign up. You have to do your FICA registration. It takes like 5 minutes to register once you've got all your documents, and then you're ready to invest. You get an account number. You can deposit money into your Easy Equities account, and you will buy on the platform, and those shares become yours. And now you are a shareholder. Ta-da! You've won. And then you wait. But what you're doing while you're waiting is that you're investing more, because as your life increases and as your capacity to invest increase, your investments should also increase. And so one of the things that Easy Equities tries to do is trying to create a habit, trying to create investing as a habit in your business. So in your life and lifestyle. So the same way that you would save in your savings account or pay off your loans, Easy Equities is trying to make you invest every single month. You invest 1 Rand every single month don't invest 1 Rand. I mean, invest more, invest as much as you can, obviously. But if you fail to invest in a month, then there's like a Thrive program, and so they charge you 25 Rand. It's not a complicated thing, but I just want to make you aware of that because it's something that they've just recently started charging for us. There is a video about it somewhere on my here, and you can have a look at that. But yeah, like do that. Do that. One of the other things that I want to address, and I know people love this, is like, oh, but Nyaki, how do I make dividends? How do I make money babies? I want to do that in a second video, but I have spoken a little bit about dividends in this video. And so I would love for you to check that out if you are interested in making money babies, understanding what they are, how to make them, and how I use them, how I make them. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yes. Have I got everything? Yes, I have. Okay, that's it from me. If this was helpful, please do let me know in the comments section below. If you've got any questions, I love answering questions. And if you want to catch me on the internet somewhere, I will be on my Instagram answering all your questions. And that's it from me. See you somewhere on the internet. Bye.